Brigada Eskwela.
Mohon Integrated School is the sole window of Bantayan District 1, Division of Cebu Province. It is situated in Sitio Tunga, Mohon, Bantayan, Cebu, just along the highway. It is composed of 5,894 square meters purchased by the Barangay Council of Mohon. The school was established in 1970 and was converted into an integrated school on May 29, 2015. Currently administered by Elisa Isgana Matulog. For the past years, Mohon Integrated School continuously striving for the best, and through the collaborative efforts of its stakeholders, the school made its way to the top and was able to receive awards and recognitions from local to regional level. In 2018, Mohon Integrated School hailed as first placer in division level Brigada Eskwela Best Implementer and finished a fourth runner-up in regional level. This year, Mohon Integrated School has stepped up for Brigada Eskwela regional level in competing for the first place. This notable achievement was realized because the school has maintained to enhance the curriculum, create a positive environment for learning, and increase the extent to which parents are involved in their children's learning at home. The school and its stakeholders have extended their limitless boundaries in sustaining the cleanliness, positivity, cooperation, camaraderie, connection, communication, self-sacrifice, and wholehearted services. Despite the challenges that were encountered, most especially the COVID-19 pandemic, Messiaan's dedication to sustain what they have started wasn't hindered. These even strengthened the school's connections to its stakeholders to get back what it has lost. With these, the school innovated programs and projects for sustainability that were benefited by everyone. For this school year, MIS has generated 491,999 pesos. Based on the gathered data, there was a significant decrease of generated resources due to the pandemic. As a result, project menus were created to cater the diverse needs of Messiaans. The following are the innovations and best practices. Project Bata Ampingan, Tudluan ug Alagaran with Love SK Program. Project Batang Undernourished, Sagipin, Unawain, Gabayan, at i-champion natin. Project Parent Empowerment Program. Project Zumba for All. Project Wellness Activities Relevant to Mohon Teachers' Health. Project Sama-samang Aksyonan, Kabataan, Agakon sa Kalambuan. Project Mohon Integrated School Sayawan, Kantahan, Artistry at Teatro. Project Or Anything is Through Him. Project Sibya sa Misian. Project Careful and Active Response in Emergencies. Project Brigada para sa Ikakaganda. Project Every Learner is a Sure Achiever. Learning, earning, and amusing parts. With this, MIS is ready and prepared for the new normal setup where students are motivated and eager to go to school. Moreover, the school is not just recognized in its physical aspects, but also in its best practices, which are gateways in promoting quality education. For chasing excellence has no finish line, and the Messiaans were, are, and will always be the reason to chase our dreams, our goals, and our vision. Messiaans who are actively involved in the community, people with a heart, excellent academic performers, safe and secured from all forms of risk, and environmental advocates. And the school is indeed blessed and grateful for the benevolent benefactors whose support is unfathomable.
Tinumduman nato na ang kadaugan sa usa, kadaugan sa tanan.
Indeed, sa matag hagit sa panahon, andam nga mupadayon sa paghatag og serbisyong makiangayon ang nahiusang tunghaan sa muhon. #Mabunga Muhon.
School is a basic foundation of knowledge being imparted to a child. It gives a chance to children to acquire knowledge in various fields of education. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. At its young age, the little school of Carnaza National High School was just a dream. At first, there were only 3 dilapidated classrooms, and there was no electric supply in the school site. Now, there were already 11 classrooms that stood realized, 7 of which are actual classrooms, and the rest are for workshops in bread and pastry and beauty care sessions, while the other one stood as a computer laboratory. Not to mention, the old generator sets are now backed up with the new solar electric power from the Van Foundation Incorporated, which cost 3 million pesos to synergize the school facilities, from 10 hours to 24 hours operation to be exact. The life of a school that is able to cope with the fast-growing advancements in technology is at hand. Consequently, the school has an existing internet connectivity using several modems donated by our stakeholders, widening its scope of internet access where students can hands-on in the computers and do researches more efficiently and effectively when face-to-face classes resume. Recently, the Gulayan sa Paaralan program in the school addressed the students' need for nutrition. Not only are most of our students belong to poor families and are at risk of dropping out school because of hunger and by helping their parents to earn a living. GPP has also contributed 20% of the income generated for its enhancements. To ensure health and safety protocols, we have secured the following. Also, it is a fundamental concern of the school to have a water supply that so long after that cry, rain catchments arrived. All that is mentioned, powered by this newly installed source of electricity, can be made possible to work and function simultaneously. As we adhere to the DepEd's mission and vision statement to provide quality, equitable, gender-sensitive, and culture-based education where sustainable development could foster and partnerships grow. Here are the covenants made by our stakeholders. The Van Foundation Incorporated has considered to provide equipment and facilities for the planned electrical installation and maintenance TVL strand offering in the senior high school. Process Bohol immersion partner for grade 12 students. The Barangay LGU and the Sangguniang Kabataan and the Municipal LGU promised to help us realize a campus radio, water system, and sports equipment. Lastly, our Parent-Teacher Association has promised to faithfully help us in school improvement activities. They also funded to purchase a photocopier as a project. For the types of generated resources, we have the in-kind donations, projects accomplished, and voluntary labor that reach a total of 1,067,322 pesos from 2019 to an increasing amount of 3,724,695 pesos and 77 centavos on the year 2020, with a 71.34% increment percentage. Notwithstanding, pandemic has never had the power to stop our generated resources to become surprisingly increasing. And for that, we are exceedingly thankful for our stakeholders here and abroad, our PTA, the Van Foundation Incorporated, Ramon Aboites Foundation, and to the Barangay and Municipal LGU for their undying support and for building the trust in partnering with us. Thank you very much.
Being one of the important stakeholders of Carnaza National High School, we, the parents, through the PTA, are very much obliged to support our school's projects.
Naagyod ang among pagkabala o pagsuporta kanila bisan sa ginagmay nga matabang namo kilakot sa among mahimo.
Truly, what makes Carnaza National High School a blessing to the local citizens is that it fights the good fight of faith in thriving for excellence, even in the midst of so many crises. No waves nor storms could ever struck them down, as it is built in the solid foundation of stakeholders who are very much willing to provide sustainable development to our beloved learners who are continually striving for the educational ladder of success. And with that, we are very much honored and privileged to have been acknowledged as one small consistent voice from a faraway island in the northern tip of Cebu province. In Carnaza National High School, together, everyone accomplishes more. The school where dreams come true.
Carnaza National High School, Bantayan District 2, DepEd Cebu Province Division. Damgo sa isla!
Compostela National High School Day Class was established in school year 1994 to 1995. It started its operation with 275 students and 5 teachers. At present, there are a total 4,099 students and 108 teaching and non-teaching personnel. As its official hashtag says, the school aims at achieving greatness in every aspect of delivering service to students and community. In the past 3 years, the school has received various awards and recognitions for the successful implementation of the different programs of DepEd.
The first place winner for the high school category of the 2019 SEED Awards is Compostela National High School.
Some of these are the following. Champion in the Roffey Seal of Excellence in Education Development 2021. First runner-up in the division level, Best Brigada Eskwela Implementer in 2018. Champion in the division level, Best Brigada Eskwela Implementer in 2019. First runner-up in the regional level, Best Brigada Eskwela Implementer in 2019. Exemplary video presentation, the regional level Brigada Eskwela program in 2019. These awards have been made possible because of the collaborative efforts of the administration, faculty, PTA, students, and various stakeholders, and several best practices implemented by the school. Here are some of the best practices of the school that have paved way for numerous awards and recognitions. Project GASA, meaning Ginakanang Abag sa Anak, a project that recognizes parents who have fully given their share in making the school a better place for students. This is manifested by parents attending General Assembly and homeroom PTA meetings, active participation in school activities and projects. Project Amigo, which means assisting mentors in intergovernment organization. Another intervention program in cooperation with local government agencies like DSWD, PNP, barangay personnel, and others, wherein students found outside the school during class hours are rescued through proper coordination. Project Agap, Abag Ugugma Alang sa Katawhan, a school initiative in this time of pandemic to raise fund and extend relief to the families of our students, utility personnel, and the community who need help.
The major challenge in this school year's Brigada Eskwela was to prepare the school with a new normal setup in education. We needed to be ready with the different learning modalities such as printed modular, digital modular, virtual classes, and radio or TV-based instructions. The school's Brigada Eskwela Steering Committee crafted a contingency work plan which served as a roadmap to its implementation. As answers to this challenge, the school conducted virtual launching via Facebook or YouTube, information drive of the enrollment process in form of recorrida, SMS, and online. Establishing of standard health and safety protocols within school premises, tapping partners for donation, especially printing materials for the printed modular learning, augmenting of the school's internet connectivity for online learning, and setting up of work centers as location for module distribution.
With this year's Brigada Eskwela, the school has generated a total of 8,805,449.61 of resources. This is almost 2 million higher compared to the previous school year. Our primary volunteers for this school year are our parents and guardians who serve as home tutors of our learners. Despite these trying times, the school has still managed to deliver the best for the students. Brigada Eskwela is a key component in facing the demands of the new normal in education. Before the pandemic, one of the things that Compostela National High School Day Class is proud of during Brigada Eskwela implementation are its unique and creative innovations. These innovations include free blood typing services with MHAM College of Medicine, free food spa, free karaoke, free haircut for students, giving a certificate of recognition after rendering volunteer service or giving donation. Even before the pandemic, one of the thrusts of our school's Brigada Eskwela is the WINS program, or the Wash in School program. This year, this has been intensified as we have partnered with Rafi's project, How Us. The school has received hand washing facility from Rafi after attending its pandemic course. The impact of the school's diligent, creative, and innovative implementation of Brigada Eskwela is that we are able to continuously increase our generated resources. It has also increased the number of volunteers in the past years. Moreover, our number of partners have dramatically increased in the recent years. Most of all, this has impacted the overall performance of the school as shown in our comparative performance indicators.
The very reason why we need to improve our learning environment is we wanted to establish that the school is a home away from home. The different learning parks serves as our learning avenue for the improvement and the enhancement of our learners as far as curriculum is concerned. The welcoming ambience of the school is a great impact of our learners to be motivated and be excited to come and have fun while learning.
The implementation of such activity gives the students a sense of shared responsibility among the parents, the teachers, and of course we ourselves, the students.
Truly, Compostela National High School Day Class is in its way to greatness. Compostela National High School Day Class. Hashtag Great CNHS.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian, tatag at tibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang tigana,
Brigada Eskwela.
Tara na, brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa, sama-sama, brigada, eskwela, sa na buong barkada, brigada, eskwela, kilos na, pagbayanihan na.
A title is said to be a part of another saying from Africa, "It takes a village to raise a child." To our education leaders, especially to our division office officials, headed by our school's division superintendent, Dr. Marilyn S. Andales, together with her Assistant Schools Division Superintendents, Dr. Faye C. Luares, Dr. Lorenzo M. Dizon, and Dr. Anilito A. Bungkawil, to our Public Schools Division Superintendents, officials, school leaders, partners, and stakeholders, good morning. Good morning, Cebu Province Division. The Department of Education, as said, has been reconfiguring and recalibrating the delivery of basic education services in response to the pandemic. These adjustments does not exclude the way we engage our partners and stakeholders in education, which makes Brigada Eskwela a perfect avenue and another window of great opportunities to strengthen our partnerships and linkages. I am Paz Bacolod.
I am Louis Monteroso. It is an honor and pleasure for us to be part of this grandiose activity. And to formally start our program, I would like to invite everyone as we show respect and give honor to our country and to God as we sing the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the prayer by Ms. Dron Mariah Jo Inot and the Sugbu Hymn.
Bayang magiliw, pwes na silanganan, alam ng puso, sa libid mo'y buhay. Lupang linirang, tuwing ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin. Sa lagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit bumagaw, may dilatang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isa't ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa at araw ng mahati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. And all my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire, and in darkest nights you are close like no other. I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Oh, your so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God.
Tuhan ang kapuputan sa hangatan, kinapusuran lalawigan sa kabisay-an, sa kaalam, adunahan, sa among bugmaog ng kanunay halaran. Subuon ang binunyagan sa Kristohanong pinuhan, ipanaliwan ang nailayunan, kanunay Senyos ang suminyo, makasaysayanon, maabi-abihon, maraming hulog ang may kagayon nga ipasigarbo. Subok pinangga sa klima o panahon, kalinaw kauswagan, palutaron, palamon, bisan asa mudangan sa among pagpaningkamon. Ikaw among kanunay nga handumon. Ikaw among kanunay nga handumon.
Good morning once again. Indeed, an entire community must interact with children to grow in a safe and healthy environment. Now we would like to make our partners even more welcome and comfortable. And to do the honors is one of the fortresses, one of the pilots of DepEd Cebu Province Division, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Anelito Bungkawil, for his welcome message.
Welcome to the Brigada Eskwela 2021 Kick-Off of DepEd Division of Cebu Province with the theme, Bayanihan para sa Paralan. Education for our learners must continue amidst the challenges and uncertainties brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. In preparation for the opening of classes on September 13, 2021, and with the leadership of our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Marilyn S. Andales, we pull in our best people and trusted education partners to continually journey with us in providing quality and accessible education for our learners. To our stakeholders, come and join us in our bayanihan para sa paralan. Sa Sugbo, ang bata numero 1.
Pagkamanggihatagon, pagkamatinabangon o pagkamakugihon, kinitipik lamang sa kadaghang mga maayong hiyas sa usa ka tawo nga nagpakabana sa uban ug sa katilingban. Bisan pa man sa atoang nasinati nga kabaguhan sa atong panahon karon, inubanan pa sa padayon nga pagpanghulga sa kaluwasan sa atoang panglawas, labi na sa walay kinutubang pagkuyanap sa COVID-19. Kining tanan dili mamahimong babag sa atoang pagpadayon sa pagtabang nga mamahimong luwas ug mahilo na ang atoang mga kabataan pohon. Isip pagpangandam sa umaabot nga pag-abli sa klase, mga ginikanan, mga magtutudlo og uban pang hugpong sa katilingban, kita magkahiusa na usab sa pagkahin sa ato ang kusog ug panahon sa pag-apil sa mga nagkalain-laing kalihukan sa atong mga tunghaan. Tana, magbrigada na ta!
Magbayanihan!
Kanina!
Magbayanihan na! Bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Nagtagatibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada. Pagbigisin, lakas at diwa. Tara na, brigada na! Brigada Eskwela, magkaisa, sama-sama. Brigada Eskwela, salina mo ang barkada. Brigada Eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit bisig, buong bayan. Tara na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, sila at tulong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ang brigada. Bigisin, lakas at diwa. Tara na, brigada na! Brigada Eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Kasalihan, kasalihan, magbayanihan na. Sabay-sabay, magbayanihan na.
Thank you, Dr. Bunkawil, for the warm welcome extended to all of us. And thank you so much, Mape Teachers Dance Troupe. And now another talent and gift will be shared with us through a song rendition from a teacher of Balao National High School. A round of applause for Mr. Ian Jerome Perpetua.
Children of future, teach them well and let them lead away. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody serve
Thank you, Mr. Ian Jerome Perpetua, our talented artist from Balao National High School. At this juncture, we give you our Cebu Province PTA Federation President, Mr. Edsel Laguda, the School Director of 2K Learning Center, Mr. Kio Fade Teo, the Program Manager North Area of World Vision, Ms. Josephine Solon, and, of course, the Executive Director of Ramon Aboitiz Foundation Incorporated, Social Wellbeing Cluster, Ms. Marisol Dilantar Gonsalvo. A round of applause, please.
Mayong buntag, Cebu Province. Ako di ay si Edsel A. Laguda, ang PTA Federation President of the Division of the Cebu Province. Karong tuiga ato na sa ipahigayon ang Brigada Eskwela, bayanihan para sa paaralan. Amidst of the COVID-19 pandemic, we are challenged to strengthen our partnerships with the stakeholders to ensure the quality education of our children. Tinuod, dako kay hulga karon ang COVID-19 pandemic kay tungod wala tay face-to-face na education, but still the Cebu Province continue to find effort to deliver quality education through this new module and through this system that caters all children para lang yun makatpon ato mga kabataan sa atuang sa eskwelahan. Mga kaigsuunan, pinaagi na itong tanan, kung magtambayayong kita, we can still deliver a good quality education for the Cebu Province.
Good day to everyone. The pandemic has caused a drastic change, not only to our lives, but to our educational system as well. Learning is an essential and indispensable part of our existence, and that is why we must put an utmost importance, not just in education, but in providing quality education to our learners. I encourage and I invite you all to contribute. Lend a hand in any way you can and awaken the spirit of volunteerism and have that Bayanihan spirit for this year's Brigada Eskwela, which aims to promote collaboration for safe living and help address the social issues at school, home, and in community. With this, 2K Learning Center Incorporated, in partnership with Balambay National High School, expresses our support to Brigada Eskwela 2021 with the theme, Bayanihan para sa Paaralan. Thank you and keep safe.
My warm greetings to all the DepEd family, headed by our school's Division Superintendent, Marilyn S. Andales, and to all stakeholders who are listening and watching us today. Maayong adlaw kanatong tanan. Once again, World Vision is honored to be part of this tremendous occasion of DepEd's Brigada Eskwela 2021. For the many years of partnering with DepEd, World Vision has reached thousands of children here in Cebu through our programs in education, health and nutrition, child protection, values formation, and emergency response. And as we open the school year 2021, World Vision will continue to be your partner and support in the cause of education in responding to the increasing development requirement of our country and in creating a better world for the children whom we believe they are the hope of our nation. Rest assured that we are one with you in ensuring quality basic education amidst this pandemic. We will continue to pray that through Brigada Eskwela we will succeed in our endeavors to ensure learning continuity for all children. I truly believe that the success of this implementation lies in the collaborative effort in schools, private sectors, our LGUs, and the community members, including parents and students. Congratulations, DepEd Cebu. Mabuhay tayong lahat, and may God bless us all.
Good morning to all our partners and learners in the Department of Education Schools Division of Cebu Province. As we prepare for the new school year, we look back with much learning and gratitude for all our milestones and look forward with great anticipation for the year ahead. On behalf of the Ramon Aboitiz Foundation, your partners in learning from Rafi Center for Leaders and the Rafi Education Development Unit, we join you, the administrators, teachers, parents, stakeholders, and our dear students during this momentous opening of the 2021 Brigada Eskwela. The challenges of this pandemic and the hurdles of shifting to the new normal are here to stay. But we rely on the power of collective action to surpass these challenges. We celebrate with all the stakeholders coming together today in hope, in faith, and with great determination to set ourselves up for success for the coming school year. All the best to our DepEd leaders and learners, and please stay safe. Daghang salamat ug mag-amping kita kanunay.
Thank you so much, our dear partners and stakeholders of DepEd Cebu Province. We would like to thank you for being with us in this momentous occasion. Though we are not physically present in gracing each other in person, but our thoughts and minds are one in this undertaking. And now let us be serenaded by another song of hope and inspiration from a talented student performer. Please welcome once again Miss Drawn Mariah Keynote.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when trouble comes and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I
thank you very much to our talented student, Ms. Ron Mariah Inot. And to give you a glimpse of how our partnership with the stakeholders established amidst this pandemic, I am inviting you today your attention to the Brigada Pagbasa launching by the Brigada Pagbasa Program Director, Education Technical Program Manager of World Vision, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jumel Hitonso.
Ating pangarap na ang lahat ng bata dapat ay marunong magbasa, ngayon ay pwede natin gawin, pwede natin abutin dahil po sa inyong lahat, dahil po sa Brigada Pagbasa.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kasama sa Department of Education, sa ating mga DepEd officials, mga education partners at supporters. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Jomel P. Hitonzo, ang Program Director ng World Vision Development Foundation for Brigada Pagbasa. Ako po ay labis na nagpapasalamat sa pagkakataong ibinigay niyo sa akin upang ibahagi ang Brigada Pagbasa at makita kung paano tayo pwedeng magtulong-tulong upang tugunan ang mga pangailangan ng ating mga kabataan, lalong-lalo na sa aspeto ng pagbasa. So just to walk you through, the Brigada Pagbasa was established by World Vision in partnership with the Department of Education sa bisa po ng isang Memorandum of Agreement na pinirmahan noong 2019. Ang Brigada Pagbasa po is a national movement for reading that aims to bring together all education champions and provide every Filipino an opportunity to contribute in nation building by helping Filipino children enhance their reading skills in the context of partnership. This is to support the DepEd's goal to provide children access to quality education. At nitong June 18 po, kami nagpapasalamat sa Department of Education sa pamumuno ng ating mahal na Secretary Liling Magtolis Briones at ang ating pangalawang kalihim Undersecretary Tonicito Omali Esquire of External Partnership Service sa pag-organize ng isang virtual MOA signing upang ipakita sa lahat yung ating mas pinalakas pang partnership sa pagtataguyod ng kultura sa pagbasa. Ito po ay naipost sa DepEd Facebook page para ma-inspire pa yung ating ibang mga partners na sumali sa ating advokasiyang ito. Just to walk you through on the legal basis of Brigada Pagbasa, ang Brigada Pagbasa po ay isang tugon sa hamon bawat bata bumabasa o Tribis Initiative in the context of partnership. Ito ay napapaloob sa RA 9155 dahil ang Brigada Pagbasa po is a form of Brigada Eskwela that aims to support the Department of Education in addressing literacy gaps in the community in the context of partnership. So meaning we don't intend to duplicate the wheel or to duplicate what DepEd is already doing in the community, but rather to identify the gaps and see how we can engage partners and supporters to strengthen the existing reading intervention activities implemented by the Department of Education. And we're also thankful for DepEd because when they released the DepEd Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, the mandate to strengthen Brigada Pagbasa is indicated at page number 50 of the said document. And then we're also very happy because just this June, there was a guideline on the utilization of Program Support Fund for building partnership and linkages no, released by DepEd External Partnership Service, and Brigada Pagbasa is part of this document, and we are very grateful, no, kasi talagang mas mapapalakasan natin yung pag-i-implement ng programa at the community level. So Brigada Pagbasa follows this principle, yung lead a child approach. This is actually an acrostic of the key activities and the framework that we follow. So L stands for leveraging on existing partners after school initiative, meaning we don't need to reinvent the wheel. So kung ano man yung ginagawa na at the school level, yung alam ko ang DepEd, no, ang dami na natin ginagawa mga reading remediation activities headed by the curriculum department, no. So tuloy lang po 'yon, no. Ang kagandahan lang nito, we can identify ideas and gaps where we can be of support para mas marami pang bata ang matulungan sa pag-i-implement ng Brigada Pagbasa. And then E, no, as mentioned, Brigada Pagbasa is implemented the way Brigada Eskwela is conducted. So we also would like to engage volunteers and partners to help children how to read. Later on, I will share with you different avenues where our partners could be of support. And then letter A is on the adoption of indicator or school in order to help, no, in the implementation of Brigada Pagbasa. So when you say indicator, there are activities identified which I will be sharing later based on the framework that we have that partners can choose from depending on their organizational mandate and capacity and availability. And then letter D is about developing and driving education solutions and innovations, because one with DepEd, we believe that there is no one-size-fits-all approach in teaching our children how to read. So we continue to work with different partners and stakeholders to harvest practices and activities that will enhance the reading skills of our students. So some of the feature of the program is that Brigada Pagbasa is a readership program. It does not intend to intervene with the existing curriculum, but rather a platform that will help enhance the existing reading remediation being implemented in the community. It is also smart or specific, measurable, attainable, reliable, and time-bound, because before we implement the program, we are actually starting with an assessment using functional literacy assessment tool. And then after that, we will decide, depending on the result of the assessment, what kind of enrichment activities we're going to provide for our children para specific. And then, nabanggit ko nga kanina, it is a volunteer engagement platform. And because of that, it fosters social accountability and community participation in providing literacy building support for our children. So this is the overall framework of Brigada Pagbasa. Our goal is to help the Department of Education ensure that all learners will have improved learning outcomes. And we can do that by providing opportunities for children to attend literacy enhancement programs, be it face-to-face or virtual, no? Lalo ngayon that we are implementing the multimodal learning approaches. So we have two major activities. We have the first one focuses on training of parents and community partners so they can be equipped on skills that will help support their children's learning at home. So this is done with the support of our expert teachers composed of DepEd teachers, reading coordinators, and partners at the community level, NGO partners, no? So tataguyod tayo ng mga training sa pakikipag-ugnayan sa ating kagawaran. So yun, with the help of the curriculum family, no, nag-identify kami ano bang mga training pa ang pwedeng i-provide. Kung meron ng training na to, maybe we can focus on other things. So talagang pinag-uusapan po at the school level kung anong capacity bilang ibibigay sa ating mga volunteers para masiguro na in alignment po ang lahat sa pag-implement ng Brigada Pagbasa. And these trained Brigada Pagbasa learning facilitators will be mobilized to facilitate reading interventions at home. So depende po, iba't ibang itsura din yan sa mga areas na pwedeng pumunta. They can visit the students, no, in their household, pero may iba naman dahil bawal pang lumabas, they are providing literacy building support using virtual platforms. So iba't iba po yung ginagawa natin, depende sa context po ng ating community. So yan po ay nagagawa sa pamamagitan ng pagpaplano between DepEd, community partners, local stakeholders, and our local government units. So may mga tinitrain din pala tayong mga SK officials, no, sa Brigada Pagbasa to serve as learning facilitators din natin. So Brigada Pagbasa has 4 major components. No? As mentioned kanina, we have developed a literacy assessment tool called FLAT, or Functional Literacy Assessment Tool, na sa experience ko po may mga regions tayo na nagpapatrain on how to use it kasi nga they find it easy to implement, to identify the learning difficulty of the child. No? So we have a video created for that. So I will share with you the link where you can access the material. Then, as I mentioned a while ago, we also provide capacity building for parents and volunteers like yung mga SK officials natin, LGU, retired teachers, yung iba naman mga church partners, yung iba naman papasok pa lang sa DepEd, no, para maging Brigada Pagbasa learning facilitators natin. And then part of the training that we provide is the development of local relevant materials such as storybooks in mother tongue, and then we are using Bloom software para po sa paggawa ng mga teaching learning materials for the project rollout. And of course, because we believe that it takes a village to raise a child, we are also engaging local stakeholders on how they can support the implementation of Brigada Pagbasa. And that is part of the community action and mobilization component of Brigada Pagbasa program. So this is the process. No? So we start with the mapping of learners and coordination with Brigada Pagbasa Learning Facilitator. So here, we plan with the school heads and local volunteers kung paano to gagawin, kailan at anong modality. No? So talagang may plano before we cascade the program. And then once we have decided, we will implement reading and literacy skills assessment. And then after that, we will plan out the schedule of reading remediation activities. And then there's an ongoing while the program is still ongoing, we are doing proactive feedback sessions and monitoring to see, no, how our children are progressing and what are the gaps and action points that we can employ in order to address the challenges we encounter in the course of project implementation. So ito yung training program that we provide. So depending on the discretion of the Department of Education, there are divisions, schools requesting for assistance to conduct this training, like teaching beginning reading using Marong Quite Fuller approach, how to use the functional literacy assessment tool, yung paggamit ng Bloom software for storybooks development, strategies in teaching remedial reading, strategies in key domains of literacy. Although may mga ibang schools naman na tapos na sila sa gantong training, so we are providing other areas for support para i-implement yung Brigada Pagbasa program. And then our volunteers can sign up as volunteer reader. Yung iba naman nagsa-sign up as volunteer tutor. Yung iba naman na walang time but they have the resources, they sign up as volunteer book donor, and some of our supporters are providing volunteer support like communication allowance, meals for the volunteers. Iba naman nagpo-provide ng mga facilitators kit kagaya ng ipapakita ko, no, like this one, no. Some of them who cannot really be there, may iba mga private companies nag-sponsor ng ating volunteers kit, no. Yan po ay proposal lang naman, so our partners can adapt, no, the design which is already posted in our Brigada Pagbasa Google Drive. Itong bag na to ay may lamang big books for storytelling, may assorted colored paper, writing coloring materials, may alcohol, face mask, tapos may printed learning worksheets din na pwedeng ilagay. May in-upload na rin kaming mga sample ng worksheets na pwedeng i-download din, no? Open source po yon that you can print and use for your learning facilitators kit. Yan. And then these materials are actually uploaded doon sa ating drive. You can follow this link, and then you can also visit our Facebook page at sama sa Brigada Pagbasa for you to see how our partners are implementing Brigada Pagbasa in their respective communities. Yan, no? So meron din tayong pinrovide na project ID para yung mga partners natin na mag-i-sponsor sa event can include their logo in the program implementation. So just take note that this is the official project ID provided by DepEd. So hindi po natin siya pwedeng i-alter, but we have provided space here where you can include your logo. Yan. So Brigada Pagbasa can be adapted sa mga campus chapters, yung mga NSTP natin, may mga schools tayo like De La Salle University where we engage students sa kanilang NSTP activities where they provide literacy building support using virtual platforms para mag-tutor sa ating mga struggling learners. Iba naman yung ating mga private companies sa kanilang CSR at marketing campaign. So they are adapting Brigada Pagbasa program. Yan. So ito yung mga example po ng mga kits na pwede nyo i-download from our Google Drive. May mga partner tayo, kinompile na nila ito, pinrint, and then i-deliver doon sa kanilang targets sa schools. So some partners are also providing Brigada Pagbasa Learners Kit na may lamang na ito. Ito ay canvas bag pero may ginagawa din tayong sling bag for the learners if they want to have that. So yung mga budget po ng mga kits na to ay hindi nanggagaling sa World Vision but rather sponsored by our partners from LGU, sa mga church partners natin who would like to be part of Brigada Pagbasa implementation. So, yung laman po niyan, iba't iba depending on the available resources at the community level. So, mabilis na lang po, ito yung mga example ng ating mga project rollout like yung ating mobile library kung saan yung LGU ay nag-provide ng tricycle at nilaman na ng mga partners ng storybook. So, pupunta sa mga barangay ito every week, tapos paparada yung mga bata, kukuha ng libro, pa isa-isa or padadalawa, uuwi sa bahay kasi bawal sila mag-umpukan and then after 30 minutes, ibabalik yung libro. So yung mobile library pong yan ay naka-station lang sa bawat barangay for the whole day para yung mga bata ay pipila at pupunta-punta lang dyan para kumuha ng librong babasahin at iuwi sa bahay. Yan. May mga donors din tayo nag-provide ng bicycle na lalagyan ito ng bubong para gawing mobile library din at panghatid ng mga modules pagdating ng pasukan. Ito din po yung mga learning sessions natin at the community level, yung ating mga SPG. Make no mistake po, magkakapatid po yan, kaya pinayagang magdikit-dikit. So, nung kumuha sila ng libro, umuwi sa bahay at binasahan nila yung kanilang mga kapatid para matutong magbasa. Yan. So, may mga regional office din tayo, kagaya ng DepEd Region 5 na nag-call for Kabrigada Pagbasa volunteers na I think as I speak nasa 130,000 volunteers na sila. Tapos in-endorse na lang ito sa mga division offices hanggang sa schools para po sa actual project implementation ng Brigada Pagbasa. Ito yung kanilang proposed schedule. Actually, nung simula nung mag-launch sila last June 18, tuloy-tuloy lang yung kanilang training, orientation ng volunteers. Tapos every month, may ginagawa po silang project monitoring conference hanggang sa dumating sila dito sa kanilang project evaluation and appreciation program. So ito lang po yung mga list of activities na pinapakita ko that you might find applicable also to your division, to your district, and to the schools in the course of project implementation. So ito yung mga ibang pictures ng school level implementation na kung saan ang mga principals mismo, ang reading coordinators, ang nagpo-provide ng training para sa ating mga volunteers. Ayan yung mga example ng mga materials na dinevelop ng ating mga learning facilitators na ilalagay nila sa kanilang mga learners kit at volunteers kit para sa Brigada Pagbasa rollout. Ito din yung mga na-post na mga pictures sa ating Brigada Pagbasa Facebook page na ginagawa ng ating mga partners. Sa kanila may mga pinayagang mag one-on-one, So depende ito sa pagkakapag-ugnayan ng ating mga local partners sa IATF at the community level kung pwede ba silang pumunta sa mga bahay-bahay para mag-tutor ng mga bata. Yung ibang hindi naman po pwede ay gumagamit ng iba't ibang kapamaraanan like Facebook Messenger, Skype, Zoom para po makapag-tutor gamit ng online platform. Ayan, So kasama rin ito sa mga reading sessions natin na ginagawa at the community. May iba naman, may mga funds nating mga LGU, nagpo-provide sila ng tablet para pwedeng ma-access ng bata yung mga digital library gamit ang mga instructional tablets na ito. So we hope na mas marami pa tayong para sa ma-engage para mag-donate ng mga gadgets sa ating mga bata. Hindi naman ito pinamimigay, but more on dinadala sa community during sessions lang tapos kinukuha ulit so that other children can also use no, sa ibang mga barangay at mga households. Okay, no? Even our partners from Philippine Coast Guard, no, kasama na rin natin diyan, no, as volunteer readers, no, during reading camp. Yan. So sa aking pagtatapos po, nais ko lamang i-emphasize na napakahalaga po ng pagtataguyod ng kultura sa pagbasa dahil ako po bilang isang guro naniniwala na ang mga batang marunong bumasa ay malaya silang mag-isip, malayang mangarap at malayang tuparin ang kanilang minimithi na maging pag-asa ng bayan. Kaya po muli, no, sa ngalan ng World Vision, kami po ay patuloy na kumakatok sa puso ng ating mga kababayan na tayo ay magsama-sama, magtulong-tulong sa pagtataguyod ng kultura sa pagbasa. So muli, ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa pagkakataong pong ito at ako po ay umaasa na mas marami po tayong makasama sa Brigada Pagbasa. So yun po at maraming salamat at magandang araw po sa ating lahat. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Ritonso, for that wonderful and comprehensive presentation. This time we have more messages of support from our partners. Help me welcome everyone. The District Governor of Lions Club International, Mr. Rogelio Aligarbes. The Program Manager of Nature Spring Foundation Incorporated, Ms. Marife Espiniero. The Executive Director of Vivant Foundation Incorporated, Mr. Shem Garcia. And the AVP, Regional Customer Development Central Eastern Visayas of Smart Communications, Mr. Alexis Winters.
Maayong adlaw, Department of Education, Cebu. To Dr. Salociano Jimenez, DepEd Region 7 Regional Director. To Dr. Marilyn Andales, School Division Superintendent, DepEd Cebu Province. And of course, the 3 Assistant School Division Superintendents, Dr. Lorenzo Dison, Dr. Anelito Bungkawel, and Dr. Faye Luares. Likewise, I would like to acknowledge also Mr. Chani Gulpan, Division Focal Persons for Partnership, and to all fellow stakeholders and partners. Maayong adlaw kanatong tanan. This year may not be the same as the usual year that we had a few years ago. But with the consistency and commitment to our advocacy, I believe we will be able to continue our cause for Lionism. To the Brigada Eskwela, congratulations for taking up the challenge and committing to work together to fulfill every young Filipinos to get access to education amidst the pandemic and dream of a better life. It is truly an honor for us Lions to support and rally behind you in this endeavor as we continue to work our way in creating meaningful activities for our communities. We always bear in mind our Lions Club International theme for this Lion Year, Service from the Heart. Daghan kayong salamat ug ako manghinaot nga ang labaw nga makagagahom sa makanunayon magauban o magdanag sa iyang kahayag kanatong tanan.
Maayong buntag kanatong tanan. Since the start of Nature Spring Foundation in 2017, it is our vision to have a Philippines with empowered people committed to safe, sustainable, and healthy communities. Thus, we can only achieve the vision if we will become partners in improving the lives of every Filipino. Despite the pandemic, we choose to move forward hand in hand with our partners and continued our efforts in delivering programs in areas of education, health, and sustainable livelihood. In behalf of Nature Spring Foundation Incorporated, we would like to express our continued support and commitment to the Department of Education, Cebu Province Division for this year's Brigada Eskwela. Daghang salamat and maayong buntag.
Hello, this is Sham Garcia, Executive Director of the Vivant Foundation, wishing DepEd Cebu Province the best of luck in this year's implementation of Brigada Eskwela. As we enter into the second year of blended learning, we are reminded that the challenges of our times have forced us to become even more creative in how we as a community come together to ensure the continued education of our youth. It is also a reminder that learning never stops because the world is always changing, and it is those who adapt who can thrive. In every step, we at Vivant will continue to work with you, our valued partners, to find solutions for this changing world. Thank you.
Hi, good day everyone. I would like to congratulate the Department of Education for this year's Brigada Eskwela. We are honored to be part of this activity, where we come together as one community to prepare our schools and learners for the coming school year. And as we kick off the Brigada Eskwela 2021, we at Smart Communications are committed to support the Department of Education and be your partner this school year through our plans and programs that will give our learners the quality education that they deserve. This is also in line with SMART's advocacy to give back to the society through community programs and solutions to serve and improve the lives of Filipino so we can all live smarter for a better world. Daghang salamat and stay safe everyone.
A big thank you to our partners and stakeholders who never fail to support us all the time. Let us be entertained once again through a song number from a teacher of Astoria Central School. Help me welcome Mr. Frederick Ocampo.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. When times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, you're sweet. When evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I will take the part. When darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. I will lay me down. I will lay me
And now more messages of support are flowing from our local government unit executives, from the Municipal Mayor of Badian, Honorable Carmencita Lumain, from the Municipal Mayor of San Remeo, Honorable Mariano R. Martinez, and of course, from the House of Representatives, 5th Congressional District of Cebu Province, we have Honorable Vincent Franco de Frasco.
Ang kagamhanan sa lungsod sa Badian nagpadayon sa pagsuporta sa mga kalihukan sa mga eskwelahan dinhi sa maong lungsod sa Badian. Ang ahensya sa Department of Education, Badian District, ug ang local government unit sa lungsod sa Badian pinaagi sa pagtambayayong sa usag-usa na patuman ang nagpapahigayon sa mga panginahanglan sa atong eskwelahan susama sa mga nagkalalaing proyekto, programa o mga aktibidades. Kini suportado sa kagamhanang lokal sa lungsod sa Badian. Lakip niini mao ang pag-abaga sa dagko nga gastuhanan mga pasilidad diin ang eskwelahan walay igong pundo para sa maong infrastruktura. Ug usab ang lungsod sa Badian nangita og mga pamaagi sa pagpangita og mga ahensya sa gobyerno nga makahatag og uban pa nga school facilities susama sa school buildings, hall o covered activity centers.
Good morning. It's indeed an honor and a privilege for me to be able to give this short message for our Brigada Eskwela for the School Division Office for Cebu Province. And it's launching of its Brigada Eskwela for this year, 2021. Actually, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, and this is going to be a challenge not only for the teachers and principals, but all of the parents, and especially the children, to be able to learn and come up with quality education despite the pandemic. But I'm sure that if everybody works together, that means the teachers, the students, the parents, and the community will still be able not only to achieve success, but even surpass our achievements from previous years. So with this, I thank you, and hopefully we'll have a fruitful year this year. Thank you.
Maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan, ilabi na gyud sa ato ang maanyag o kugihan. O ang ako ang suod nga higala, ang ato ang Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Marilyn Andales, sa tanan natong mga school heads o teachers sa 5th District of Cebu, and to all our teachers in the province of Cebu. As we kick off Brigada Eskwela for the school year 2021 to 2022, allow me to take this opportunity to show my appreciation and gratitude, and to say thank you to all our teachers for your dedication and your hard work in trying to provide quality education to all our students in the province of Cebu, despite the challenges that we've been encountering due to COVID. Makalaom mo kanunay nga naa ko mo suporta o mutabang kaninyo. Daghang salamat.
Thank you so much to our local government units executives. We are forever grateful of this warm support from our partners and stakeholders. At this moment, let us give our attention to the presentation of Enhanced Learning Continuity Plan to be presented by our Dynamic Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Faye C. Luares. A round of applause, please.
Good day, everyone. I am tasked to present to you the enhanced BLCP of the North Star, the Division of Cebu Province. The Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, or the BLCP, was developed to provide guidance to the department on how to deliver education in this time of crisis while ensuring the health, safety, and welfare of all learners, teachers, and parents of DepEd. There are 5 principles of our BLCP. The first is to protect the health, safety, and well-being of learners, teachers, and personnel and prevent the further transmission of COVID-19. Second, to ensure learning continuity through the K-12 curriculum adjustments, alignment of learning materials, implementation of multiple learning delivery modalities, and providing corresponding teacher and parent-guardian training. Third, facilitate the safe return of teaching and non-teaching personnel and learners to work and school based on scenarios projected by the DOH and the IATF, complemented by other credible sources and balanced by DepEd's own risk assessments. Fourth, be sensitive to equity, considerations, and concerns, and endeavor to address them as best as we can. And last, link and bridge the BLCP to DepEd's pivot to quality and into the future of education under the framework of Sulong Edukalidad and Futures Thinking in Education. There are 7 key components of our BLCP. First, the streamlining of the K-12 curriculum to the most essential learning competencies. Second, multiple learning delivery modalities with blended learning and distance learning as major options. Third, preparing teachers and school leaders for multiple learning delivery modalities. That's why we are having LDM trainings. Fourth, minimum health standards in schools and workplaces. Fifth, Brigada Eskwela, Oplan Balik Eskwela, and other partnerships. Sixth, finance, procurement, and delivery. And of course, 7, monitoring, evaluation, and adjustments. There are 3 goals of DepEd Cebu Province BLCP. Number 1, capacitate instructional leaders and staff to deliver quality basic education services. Second, improve learning outcomes, employing various alternative learning delivery modalities. Third, sustain strong collaboration between and among stakeholders, partners, and staff across all levels of governance. DepEd Cebu Province Division ensures that COVID-19 pandemic cannot hinder the Cebuano learners to continue learning while experiencing the current crisis. Before the end of the school year 2021-2022, the teachers will be able to conduct synchronous and asynchronous learning through self-learning modules, or the SLMs, supported by Sugbo Teleklase and radio-based instruction, dubbed as Simpilan sa Sugbo, since face-to-face interaction is still not allowed. The BLCP key features includes, first, the curriculum implementation. Second, partnership and linkages through Brigada Eskwela and Oplan Balik Eskwela. Third, health and nutrition. And the last is disaster risk reduction management, or the DRRM. For the pre-implementation, we have the following objectives: activities and strategies, inclusive dates, and expected outcomes. For the first objective, enrich the learning continuity plan. The activities are the following: enriching the LCP, critiquing and finalizing with the following inclusive dates, persons responsible, research requirement, and the expected outcome is enrich LCP. The second objective is present the enriched LCP to the PSDS through virtual conference. Then the third is determining the school heads' preferences on the modality of classroom instruction. That is why you were made to make an action plan on what is your preference on the modality of classroom instruction for school year 2021 on your respective schools under your district. Determine usable, develop, contextualize SLMs, manipulative toys given by BASA, inventory of textbooks, activity sheets, and other learning resources. And the activity is to gather data by grade level, by subject area from the 58 districts. And then the expected output is the CILM matrix filled in. And of course, the submission of self-learning module inventory forms, which is scheduled on May 21 to June 15. So the expected output is usable SLMs accounted. Next. Capacitate district ITOs on Office 365, Microsoft Teams, development of self-learning kits, computer-based instruction, virtual classroom, and digitization of IMs. Then the possible output or outcome is train not only EPS but train ITOs. Division TOTs on the making of digitized activity sheets, worksheets. Activities include crafting of the digitized activity sheets and worksheets. They shall be done by the MTs, master teachers. After they shall undergo training, and then procure manipulative toys for SPED and kindergarten classes. So the activity is the procurement of manipulative toys for SPED and kindergarten classes. And additional supplementary reading materials for grades 1 to 3 through the BLCP savings and SEA funds. Next is to establish contextualized policy on enrollment procedures and back-to-work protocol. So there will be an issuance of division memorandum on enrollment options, procedures, and back-to-work protocols. For the implementation, we have the objective. The following objectives. Number 1, ensure student learning opportunities by employing multiple learning delivery modalities. So the activities include the holding of learning sessions through different learning delivery modalities supported by TVI, RBI lessons, ensuring that MELCs are attained. Then, of course, enhance the competencies of the DFTATs, PSDS, senior high school, and school heads and MTs to conduct coaching and mentoring. And of course, the activities include holding of virtual limited face-to-face LAC sessions on coaching and mentoring to enhance the capacities or the capabilities of the DFTATs, PSDS, senior school heads, and of course the MTs. It will be a school year-round activity. Next is intensify the monitoring of the implementation of the LCP. To do this, we have the monitoring and evaluation and adjustment of the SMEA, DISMEA, and DEMEA through online and offline submission of LAC reports with the expected output that SMEA, DEMEA conducted as CIGPs are identified and resolved. Establish contextualized policy and standards on the conduct of virtual online and offline classes. Activity includes the crafting and issuance of policy on instructional supervision standards with an output of instructional supervision standards developed and policy issued. And the next is assess the students' learning to create feedback on their performance on how far they have progressed. So we shall also conduct Dial Me and performance task evaluation activities quarterly. And the output is improved students' performance. For the post-implementation and curriculum implementation, documentation of best practices and lessons learned. And there will be awards and recognition for the best implementers of LCP by December. Let's move on to the next. Partnership and linkages in Brigada Eskwela. For the pre-implementation, we have the following objectives. Design division Brigada Eskwela implementation strategy in a new normal situation with the different activities that we are doing now. Present and finalize new normal division Brigada Eskwela implementation strategy to the EPS, PSDSs, and other stakeholders. disseminate the policy on the new normal Brigada Eskwela implementation strategy with the following activities, and monitor the implementation of the new normal Brigada Eskwela. So there will be an online tracking of the new BA implementation. And of course, we should provide TA or technical assistance to schools for improvement and enhance of the program. And we need to tap partners and providers to support the Brigada Eskwela program. We can make use of the media and external stakeholders. For the post-implementation, identify the best practices and challenges encountered in the implementation of the Brigada Eskwela. And there will be awarding of best Brigada Eskwela implementers and Jingle contest. For partnership and linkages for the Oplan Balik Eskwela, the following are the objectives and the expected outcomes. Number 1, set up Oplan Balik Eskwela implementation strategy in the new normal situation. Therefore, we should coordinate with the regional office as to the new normal Oplan Balik Eskwela guidelines, and each school should organize an Oplan Balik Eskwela school and division district committees. Establish an online help desk for the Oplan Balik Eskwela concern, especially that we are still having limited interaction due to the uprising COVID cases. So we should have an online help desk for OBE setup in your respective schools, district, and in our division. Capacitate the division Oplan Balik Eskwela committee. So there will be virtual orientation on the new normal Oplan Balik Eskwela with the expected outcome that the division, district, and school OBE committees are being capacitated. For establishing advocacy or information drive for the Oplan Balik Eskwela, the expected output or outcome is new rules and procedures disseminated. Internal and external stakeholders should be well informed. We need to disseminate the policy on the new normal Oplan Balik Eskwela implementation strategy through uploading it in our website. So policy and the standards and the use of the new Oplan Balik Eskwela strategy shall be disseminated virtually. So establish advocacy or information drive for Oplan Balik Eskwela. So we will have the launching of Oplan Balik Eskwela vis-a-vis Brigada Eskwela. And we need to disseminate the policy on the new normal Oplan Balik Eskwela. Monitor the implementation of the new normal Oplan Balik Eskwela assistance desk. Provide technical assistance on implementation of the new normal Oplan Balik Eskwela. Establish prompt and regular reporting to the regional and relative to the OBE implementation. For the post-implementation, again, we are going to identify the best practices and challenges encountered. The best practices, lessons learned, and stakeholders' contributions shall be gathered and properly awarded. For health and nutrition, plan and plot health activities, other health-related activities, through coordinating with the regional office. So, the activities shall include providing guidelines, new guidelines on the new normal school health and nutrition policy, planning of activities of the school health nutrition and its implementation approach and strategies, collecting data and issue and concerns through online and offline platform. Delivery modalities shall include tarpaulin, electronic flyers, and others. Present the new normal division school health and nutrition program implementation strategy to the division MANCOM. Provide technical assistance in the new planning of the new normal school health district offices, setting for its implementation strategy. Technical assistance shall also be given to those who are in need. Monitor the implementation of the new normal school health and nutrition program and activities that is under implementation phase. Monitor the implementation of the COVID-19 safety protocol cases through online monitoring. And we shall also monitor the vaccination campaign activities list of personnel vaccinated and conduct validation among IPO related to Division School Health and Nutrition Programs implementation. For the post-implementation, again, we're going to identify the best practices and challenges encountered. For the disaster risk reduction management, this is the last key feature. For the pre-implementation, we shall conduct contingency planning training seminar for schools, DRRM coordinators through video conferencing or limited face-to-face. Disseminate the policy on the conduct of mental health and psychosocial support. Conduct TOT refreshing course on the mental health and psychological social support, psychological first aid. There will be a refresher course and training of the trainers conducted. And conduct limited face-to-face incident command system workshop for level 1 and 2. Monitor and validate the comprehensive school safety and health safety of schools. In the implementation phase, we will monitor the implementation of the mental health and psychosocial support, provide technical assistance on mental health and psychosocial support, psychological first aid in districts and schools, evaluate and validate the shortlisted DRR outstanding implementers, and the last is, for the post-implementation, identify the best practices and challenges encountered and provide corresponding award and recognition. To end up, planning without action is futile. Action without planning is fatal. In DepEd Cebu Province, excellence is a lifestyle.
Thank you for the thorough presentation of the Enhanced Learning Continuity Plan, Dr. Faye Luares. And now let us be entertained once again by a special number from the school head of Dap National High School, Pilar District. Please welcome Mrs. Amifel Fernandez.
Tara na, brigada na. 17 buwan ang nakalipas at isang school year ang nagwakas. Sa pandemya, lahat tayo ay namulat. Pag-aaral ng ating mga kabataang Pilipino na pabigat. Ngunit sa matibay na pagtutulungan, pag-aaruga ng ating mga kabataan, na ipadaman natin ng walang kupas at patuloy tayong magmahal ng wagas. Hindi pa masabi kung kailan matatapos ang kasalukuyang panahon ng virus. Bawat isa sa atin ay nanalangin, dakilang may kapal, kami ay iyong dinggin. Sa mga magulang at mga taong may pusong mapagbigay, mga guro at mga kabataan, sa inyo pumupugay. Dahil sa inyong walang sawang pakikiisa, kami lahat sa paaralan ay masaya. Lalong dumilim ang mga bagay dahil sa ilang uri ng virus pumigay. Pamahalaan naglunsad ng mga solusyon, iba't ibang uri ng quarantine at vaccination. Datapwat ang ating departamento sa edukasyon. May sarili ring mga desisyon. Programa dito, programa doon. Lahat ng ito sa mag-aaral na katuan. Malapit na naman ang pasukan. Maraming mga bagay ang dapat paghandaan. Kasama na rito ang Brigada Eskwela Work Plan upang ang school year 2021-2022 ay mapapagod. Bagko sa hirap ng buhay, mga magulang at stakeholders, sa inyo nakasalalay ang buhay ng ating mga kabataan. Brigada Eskwela ay inyong salita. Kaya, sa inyong lahat na iskong iparating, tara na, brigada na ang aking hinanain. Lahat tayo ay dapat paghandaan, bayanihan para sa paaralan. Maraming salamat at magandang buhay sa ating lahat.
Thank you for that wonderful special presentation, matched with a wonderful voice from Mrs. Amifel Fernandez. To give us the details of the Brigada Eskwela 2021 implementation guidelines, ladies and gentlemen, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Lorenzo M. Dizon. A round of applause, please.
At DepEd Cebu Province Division, we serve. Today, I will be presenting to you the 2021 Brigada Eskwela Implementing Guidelines. Brigada Eskwela champions in the spirit of voluntarism in the Department of Education. It is not only DepEd's program, but also that of education stakeholders. Taking part in the school preparation activities and work are neither mandatory nor requisite for learners to be accommodated in schools. In the light of the current COVID-19 situation, this year's Brigada Eskwela should ensure support for the provision of learning opportunities while ensuring health, safety, and protection of and well-being of learners and teachers and personnel. Brigada Eskwela shall play an important mechanism to enable schools to catch up with the expectations for multiple learning delivery modalities. Aside from the usual activities conducted in the past Brigada Eskwela, the school heads are now challenged to conduct activities in consonance with the guidelines set forth relative to the pandemic we are facing right now. Of course, you will learn that during the orientation proper. Ensure that psychological first aid or other psychological intervention and debriefing are conducted in partnership with stakeholders during the implementation of the Brigada Eskwela. Conduct orientation activities with teachers, partners, parents, and learners on DepEd's Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan or BELCP, with special focus on the implementation of DepEd multiple learning delivery modalities. The use of computer-mediated communication strategy in conducting above-cited activities is highly encouraged. Encourage parents on possible collaboration with the schools to provide support for the continuation of learning opportunities. Engage parents in promotion of the new school system, the new role and increased involvement of parents in the learning of their children are essential to augment available resources and technology in the community. Engage partners in the promotion and provision of distance learning delivery modalities, such as local radio TV stations and other available media as a form of Brigada Eskwela and partnership initiative to deliver the curriculum. The school heads may identify resources and partnerships necessary for high-tech, low-tech, or no-tech aid for learning. Coordinate with the concerned DepEd units on the possible implementation of gulayan sa tahanan or urban vegetable gardening at home as part of Brigada Eskwela and school family community partnership to promote sustainable food supply at homes, as well as on communicating to stakeholders on how they can support the school emergency and contingency to ensure resiliency. Collaborate with various stakeholders to support the implementation of the Brigada Eskwela Learning Continuity Plan. We align Brigada Pagbasa in their BELCP and partnership appreciation and other school-based initiatives. The schools are also encouraged to include the Partnership for Wash in Schools or WINS program and disaster preparedness in their Brigada Eskwela work plan. The schools are encouraged to document all their efforts to implement the new way of conducting Brigada Eskwela. All partnership initiatives and generated resources shall be reported in the DepEd Partnership Data System or DPDS starting June 1, 2021 to September 30, 2021. And this is to reiterate, no Brigada Eskwela fee shall be collected from parents, guardians, or solicited from other volunteers and stakeholders. Pursuant to DepEd Order Number 6 Series of 2012 titled Guidelines on the Adoption and Implementation of Public Health Policies on Tobacco Control and Protection Against Tobacco Industry Interference, receiving assistance or support from companies and other players in the tobacco industry for Brigada Eskwela is not allowed. Pursuant to DepEd Order Number 48, Series of 2018, titled Prohibition on Electioneering and Partisan Political Activity, the schools may not receive any form of contribution, donations from official candidates for the local and national elections. And for the school safety and preparedness guidance, and in view of the implementation of the 2021 Brigada Eskwela, the School Safety and Preparedness Guide is issued to provide guidance to schools and education partners in ensuring safety and preparedness of our learners and personnel before, during, and after emergencies. With all of this, I am inviting everyone to join us, to join DepEd Cebu Province Division. Tara na, magbrigada na ta, and we will make our schools ready for school year 2021-2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dizon, for emphasizing the importance of 2021 Brigada Eskwela implementation guidelines. And now let us get excited and be entertained by the 2021 Division Brigada Eskwela official jingle.
Makakamit ang kasiyahan, iba ang tuwa at galak na nararamdaman. Sa pagsama-sama, walang imposible. Hawak kamay at sulong edukalidad. Kapit-bisig at pagtutulungan na walang iwanan. Sabay-sabay, tara! Para sa kabataan. Whoa, oh, 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 tara na sa brigada. Whoa, oh, 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 magbayanihan sa brigada. Whoa, oh, 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 kasama ang buong barkada. Whoa, oh, 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 magbayanihan sa brigada. Kapit-bisig at pagtutulungan na walang iwanan. Sabay-sabay, tara! Para sa kabataan. Whoa, oh, 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 tara na sa brigada. Whoa, oh, 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 pagbayanihan sa brigada. Whoa, oh, 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 kasama ang buong barkada. Whoa, oh, 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 magbayanihan sa brigada. Sama-sama tayo sa brigada. Tara!
Inaanyayahan ko po ang lahat na makilahok at makisama sa ating Brigada Eskwela upang lalong maging handa, malinis at ligtas ang ating mga paaralan. Magkaisa tayo at maging bahagi ng Brigada Eskwela para sa ating mga anak, mga apo at mga mag-aaral. Isulong natin ang likalidad at mapagpalayang edukasyon para sa lahat. Ako at ikaw, tayong lahat. Tara na! Brigada Eskwela!
Whoa, oh, 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 Brigada Eskwela. Whoa, oh, 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 Brigada Eskwela. Sa pagtutulungan makakamit ang kasiyahan. Iba ang tuwa at galak na nararamdaman. Sa pagsama-sama, walang imposible.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the lively and passionate 2021 Division Brigada Eskwela official jingle. It is at these times that we get to see how our stakeholders and how our education leaders conspire to give the best programs and projects for our students. And at this point, to give her Brigada Eskwela 2021 message, help me welcome the leader of DepEd Cebu Province, ladies and gentlemen, our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Marilyn S. Andales. A round of applause.
Malipayong adlaw sa tanang mga opisyales sa probinsya sa Subo nga gipanguluhan sa atong maaptik, pugihan, maabilidaran ug may dakong pagbati sa mga kabataan. Gobernador Gwendolyn P.L. Garcia, sinuportahan sa iyang Vice-Gobernador Hilario G. Davide III o 14 ka mga board members, ang 7 ka mga kongresista, mga mayor, vice-mayor o konsihal sa 44 ka mga lungsod, mga nagduma sa mga nagkalain-laing barangay, mga ginikanan o kabataan. COVID-19 has affected so much human being in the entire world. It's already 1 year and 4 months that we were so fearful and uncertain as to what might happen to us as days passed. We experienced lockdowns, panic buying of food, mourning the death of friends, relatives, and family members, psychologically, emotionally, and financially affected. Despite the uneasy situation, we strive to be resilient and overcome the challenges. Stand out, take a deep breath, and thank the Lord every time we wake up each morning for having another life to live. Last school year, our teachers were so busy reproducing the electronic and printed modules, radio-based and TV-based instructions. After our school heads collaborated with the different stakeholders just to seek their undying support because of their love to our school children. We missed our children in their respective classrooms. They must stay home and learn the lessons as teachers monitored them virtually or at a distance. Our concerted effort in bringing the classroom at the doorsteps of our children's home was made possible because of the guidance and the provision of technical assistance of our compassionate DepEd Region 7 Regional Director, Dr. Salustiano T. Jimenez, supported by our soft-spoken ARD, Cristito A. Eco. Thank you for being so actively involved during the implementation of the different initiatives that we put in place, to wit, Record Management System or RMIS, Hiyas sa Subo, Himpilan, Subuhans, Subuklap, Dial Me, We Serve Project, Division Inside a Park Project, Online Provision of Legal Services, Establishment of Sub-Offices, and others. My gratefulness to the members of DepEd Cebu Province Division family, Assistant Schools Division Superintendents, Dr. Anilito A. Bungkawil, Dr. Lorenzo M. Dizon, Dr. Fe C. Flores, Chiefs Dr. Mary Ann Flores, and Dr. Victor Ibanez, Division Supervisors and Specialists, Public Schools District Supervisors, School Heads, non-teaching personnel, parents, and learners. School year 2020-2021 gave us the opportunity to tie our bond stronger as we collaborated with our stakeholders for the provision of some supplies, equipment, infrastructures, and others. Allow me to mention our partners aside from our very supportive local government units, namely Milo Philippines, Divan Foundation Incorporated, Lions Club and Lions Club International, Amon Aboites Foundation Incorporated, World Vision, Nature Spring Foundation Incorporated, PLDT and Smart Communications, Globe Telecom, Americares, Rollier International, and ARC-B-CEP Book Trading, Children of Asia, Rotary Club of Cebu, Rotary Club of Cebu South, Ayala Foundation, Maria's Wealth Heart, City Savings Bank, China Bank Savings, Ribisco Group of Companies, International Care Ministries, Sun Savings Bank, Parents Teachers Associations, School Alumni Associations, other individuals, government agencies, non-government organizations, and to our Himpilan sa Subo partner local radio stations, DYNH 99.1, Radio Kalampusan, DYPS 98.1, Bulawanong Tinugdan, 93.9, IFM Cebu, 91.7, Ben FM Midilian, DYNE, 97.5, Radio Kahimso, Radio Natin Balamban, Radio Natin Pinamungahan. I'm now going to mention the different donations our office and schools received. Thermal scanners, face masks, face shields, surgical gloves, hand soaps, hand sanitizers, portable hand washing stations, bottles of alcohol, multivitamins, medical supplies, cleaning tools, safety and sanitation equipment and materials, purifiers, disinfectant or disinfection of school classrooms, learning kits, reading materials, computer units, laptops, DSLR camera, smart TV, biometrics, internet connectivity, bond papers, toner, printers, risograph machines, duplicators or photocopiers, projector, sound system and generators, musical instruments, hard drives, mobile disk, USB, computer accessories, paper cutters, laminators, binding machines, refrigerators, air conditioners, 10 fans, water dispensers, deep well, water pump and accessories, water tank containers, perimeter fence, repair of makeshift classrooms, comfort rooms, school stage, buildings, covered court, construction, office completion, ICT rooms, glass wall installations, fire extinguishers, load of tires, construction materials, furniture, classroom doors, executive tables and chairs, cabinets, computer tables, magazine racks, utensil rack, monoblock chairs and tables, tents, welding machines, floor mats, cloth, copper, curtains, gasoline, and others. As schools open this coming September 13, 2021, this school year, 2021-2022, the 22,656 teaching and non-teaching force of DepEd Cebu Province Division again put our hands together in affording the needed services to ensure that provision of quality, accessible, and relevant learning opportunities by our 1,115 schools despite the pandemic. I am appealing to everyone to continue moving in one direction, sing the same tune, draw strength and support from each other. This year's Brigada Eskwela, with the theme, Bayanihan para sa Paaralan, kick-off, is again done virtually because the entire Cebu province and the 3 urbanized cities is under the general community quarantine and the modified enhanced community quarantine with heightened restrictions, respectively, due to the rising number of persons affected by COVID-19. To our valued stakeholders, the local government units, from the SK, barangay, municipal, provincial, up to the national level. Non-government organizations, private individuals, local and abroad. Looking forward to your continued support and wishing all the best of health. Join us in our Brigada sa Pagbasa after-school reading program. Help learners read and become functionally literate. May this program improve the reading comprehension of our learners and be globally competitive. See you around as we forge partnership. Godspeed, everyone.
Thank you so much, our school's division superintendent, Dr. Marilyn S. Andales, for the words of inspiration. It is indeed a gift to be able to move people with your words and action. And now let us be inspired by another inspirational message from our Deputy Region 7 Regional Director, Dr. Salustiano T. Jimenez.
Bobby Knight once said, and I quote, "The will to succeed is important, but what is more important is the will to prepare." Maayong adlaw, Sugbo. Special greetings to the school's division superintendent, Dr. Marilyn Andales, Assistant Schools Division Superintendents, Dr. Anilito Bungkawil, Dr. Lorenzo Dizon, and Dr. Fay Luares, CID and SGOD chiefs, supervisors, school heads, dear teachers, LGU officials, parents, guardians, non-government organizations, stakeholders, media, friends, good day to all. School year 2021-2022 is open on September 13, 2021, as approved by President Duterte based on the recommendation of our beloved Secretary Leonor Magtulis Briones. And with that, we need to prepare. Last school year was a tough and a very challenging school year for all of us. Several transitions in the educational landscape have been implemented, especially the learning modalities. Praise God, we all survived. Kudos to the Baganis, the new heroes, our teachers, and all in the Department of Education. Of course, with the stakeholders who, without reservations, took the challenge and with the steadfast faith. Continue education amidst the pandemic. Bayanihan is the key for our victory. So the Brigada Eskwela that we have been doing for the past years and continuously a commendable activity, the more in these trying times. So it is an effective way of uniting our forces and forging partnerships to address the pressing needs in the respective schools. It is in this light that I would like to commend SDO Cebu Province Division on your kickoff of the Brigada Eskwela 2021. I keep on praying that this laudable activity can really make a difference to the lives of all learners who are thirsty of learning by preparing their journey in education. Sa atong mga ginikanan, guardian, akong panginaot nga inyong suportahan kini maong kalihukan para masiguro gyud nga luwas ug andam atong eskwelahan so maabot nga pag-abli sa klase. So to all our stakeholders, this time the schools do have different menu of needs that suit the modality and plans of every school as to how we can deliver the learning to our learners. So please support our schools and God will reward your generosity. So once again, to Cebu Province Division, Keep the faith. We can do it. Magbrigada na! Ang bata, ang sentro sa panerbisyo kanunay. God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, Regional Director Salustiano Jimenez, for your words of ingenuity. This time, an inspirational message will be shared to us by a noble person. He passed California's state bar examinations on February 2004, took oath and admitted to practice law, and as a member of the California State Bar on June 1, 2004. He was admitted to practice federal law in the United States Federal Court, Eastern, Southern, and Central District of California. He was also admitted as a member of the American Bar Association sometime in 2004. He conferred a doctorate degree in public administration honoris causa by the Polytechnic University of the Philippines on April 15, 2015. Presently, the chairman of the Association of Southeast Asian Nation, or ASEAN, Ministers of Education Organization, Quality Improvement of Teachers, QITEP, in language, and presided the 5th and 6th Governing Board meeting. He is also a member of the Development Academy of the Philippines Board as a representative of the Department of Education. He was awarded as the most outstanding alumnus of Quezon City Science High School. He is currently a part-time lecturer at the graduate program of the University of the Philippines National College of Public Administration and Governance, and at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Doctor in Education Management. Presently, he is the Undersecretary of Legislative Affairs, External Partnership and Project Management Service of the Department of Education. Please help me welcome Yusek Tonicito MC Omali, Esquire. A round of applause, please.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Isa pong malaking karangalan na makasama po ako sa ating pong ginagawang napakahalagang event ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon. Ito pong ating Brigada Eskwela Kick-Off. Alam po natin lahat na mula pa po nung taong 2003, ang konsepto po ng ating pagbibrigada o Brigada Eskwela ay yung ating pong traditional na paglilinis, 1 o 2 linggo bago po magsimula ang unang araw ng pasukan, ng ating paglilinis ng ating paaralan, paglilinis ng ating mga silid-aralan, pagpipintura, pagtatanim, pagpapaganda ng ating gulayan sa paaralan. Yan po'y tayo'y naging matagumpay. Ngunit sa taong pong ito ngayon, ang bago pong konsepto ng ating Brigada Eskwela na may diin po ngayon sa ating mga partnership activities that are designed to implement effectively and efficiently our DepEd's Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan. Yan po dapat makita at maunawaan po nating lahat. Dapat ito po'y isang panahon para lalo po natin paigtingin ang ating partnership with the private sector, with the local government units, with the other government agencies. Lahat po yan. Yan po ang focus ngayon ng ating Brigada Eskwela. At marahil narinig nyo na rin po ako ng makailang ulit kung paano po natin ito dinidiinan dahil ito po ang tinatakda ng saligang batas, ng batas at mga iba't ibang DepEd issuances at pati ng tagubilin at utos ng ating Ma'am Leonor Diling Magtolis Briones. Mula po yan doon sa ating, it's okay dyan ha, Article 14, Section 1 of the Constitution,
Yung mandato po natin yan, dapat kabisadong kabisado po nating lahat yan. Narinig nyo na po ako ng ilang beses pero uulitin ko po muli, dapat kabisado po natin ito, ang ating mandato. The state shall protect and promote the right of every citizen to quality education at all levels, and the state should take appropriate steps to make such quality education accessible to all. Kalidad na edukasyon, hakbang na ginagawa para maging abot ito sa lahat. Yan ang core mandate po natin sa kagawaran ng edukasyon. Marahil narinig nyo na rin po ako at inuulit ko po muli ang kahalagahan ng probisyon na ito na wala po noong 1973 at 1935 Constitution po natin. Nung ito po'y pinag-uusapan sa plenaryo ng 1986 Constitutional Commission, introduced by then Father Joaquin Bernas. Wala na po siya, iniwan niya po tayo, pumanaw na po siya, pero napakahusay po na constitutionalist, abogado, pare, law school dean, president ng Ateneo de Manila University. Nung kanya po itong inilatag sa plenaryo ng Constitutional Commission, tinanong po siya ng kanyang mga kasamahan, CONCOM Commissioners Flor Angel Braid, and known women's rights advocate, Wilfrido Villacorta, Commissioner, former Vice President of De La Salle University. Sabi nila, bakit ba may ganitong probisyon? Wala naman ito nung mga nakaraang saligang batas natin. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng dekalidad na edukasyon? Sagot po ni Father Bernas, tandaan po natin ito. Sinabi niya, mahalaga ito para maunawaan ng Estado ang kanyang mandato, ang kanyang tungkulin, ang kanyang responsibilidad sa mamamayang Filipino. Dekalidad na edukasyon, pag sinabi niyo yan, sabi ni Father Bernas, tamang gadgets, tamang kagamitan, kasangkapan, na gagamitin ng mga guro sa kanilang pagtuturo ng ating mga anak sa kanilang pag-aaral para maging kaaya-aya, providing them, especially pag may face-to-face na, a conducive learning environment for learning and for teaching. Kasabay din po niyan, bagamat hindi po na pag-usapan ng ganitong kalalim, alam po nating lahat, mahusay na curriculum, mga teachers, fully equipped, paalam dapat po ay sila'y trained at sila po'y mahuhusay na, pero lalo po natin pagsasanayin. Halimbawa po ngayon, dahil distance learning modality tayo, dapat na hahasa lalo ang ating mga guro na mga mahuhusay na, lalo pang pahusayin sa various distance learning modalities. Di lang halimbawa, kapag usapin po ng mga sangkap para masabi na meron tayong dekalidad na edukasyon. Sa makatuwid, sabi ni Father Bernas, para magkaroon tayo ng dekalidad na edukasyon, kailangan nating mag-invest. Kailangan nating resources. At tulad po ng parati po nating sinasabi, bagamat pinakamataas na budget, mayroon ang kagawaran ng edukasyon kasama ang CHED at TESDA. Under the Constitution, education should be given the highest budgetary allocation, pinakamataas, panahon ng Pangulong Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, sa ilalim po ng pamumuno ng ating Ma'am Leonor Liling Magtolis Briones. Hindi pa rin po ito sapat para matugunan ang pangangailangan lahat ng ating mga mag-aaral. 22.5 million learners. Pag sinabi nating dekalidad na edukasyon, distance learning, dapat may gadget, may laptop siguro ang bawat isang mag-aaral. Siguro po, hindi naman mahirap isipin yon. Pag sinabi po nating dekalidad na edukasyon, 900,000 more or less teachers, dapat may gadget din sila, may wifi connectivity. Yan ang mga pangangailangan kapag talagang pinag-usapan ang dekalidad na edukasyon na mandato po nating ibigay sa ilalim ng saligang batas. At paano po natin gagawin yan? Kung hindi po sapat ang ating resources to provide all this, the examples that I have given you, gadgets, equipment, to conduct distance learning under the present pandemic situation, dapat po ay mayroon tayong tamang kamalayan na i-engage ang ating partners para po mapunuan yan. Saligang Batas, Republic Act 8525, ang dapat school law, Republic Act 9155, Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001. Pag tingnan niyo po yan, Ma'am Sir, yan po yung mga batas na pinatupad ng Kongreso para mangyari yung mandato natin under Article 14, Section 1. Mekanismo paano i-engage ang partners, mekanismo para po sila'y makasama natin sa pagtulong sa paghanap ng resources para matugunan ang lahat ng pangangailangan ng ating paaralan para mangyari po yung tinatawag na dekalidad na edukasyon. At yan pong konsepto ng pag-i-engage ng partners ay buhay na buhay sa panahon ng Brigada Eskwela. Tulad po ng nabanggit ko kanina, next slide nga, wala na po tayo ngayong bagamat physical pagbibrigada tulad ng dati, ngunit mayroon pa rin po yan dahil ang ating mga paaralan ay ginagamit pa rin para po magkalap ng mga learning resources package para sa ating mga anak. Kung kaya kailangan pa rin po at we allow that subject to IATF protocols, kailangan po sundin ito local na magkaroon ng pagbibrigada para ma-disinfect ang ating mga paaralan. Masiguro na maging mahusay at maayos ang preparasyon na ginagawa ng mga teachers. So pwede pa rin po yan subject to IAT. But the way we're doing Brigada Eskwela, partnership engagement to implement our basic education learning continuity plan, yan po ang focus po natin ngayon. At pag nakita po natin ang performance natin, panahon po ng kasulukuyang administrasyon ng ating Ma'am Leonor Lily Magtolis Briones. Yung 2016 na is around 4 billion pesos po yan. We need to double check. Pero makita po ninyo consistently tumataas. Panahon po ng ating Ma'am Leonor Lily Magtolis Briones, 2017, if we put a value to that, dahil hindi tayo tumatanggap ng cash pag Brigada Eskwela. Always in kind. We put a value to those items donated. We put a value to the man-hours services rendered. More or less 5.4 billion for 2017. 2018 combined, more or less 6.4 billion. 2019, 9.3 billion. Oh, pero 2020, kaya po yan bumaba pero napakataas na numero pa rin yan pag kinumpara nyo ng 2018 kasi hindi na po tayo tumanggap ng mga volunteers physically doing all this stuff for us. 7.1 billion pa rin 2020. At yan din po umigit kumulang at inaasahan natin lalampasan sa taong ito, 2021 Brigada Eskwela. Next slide ka, John. Alam po natin na ito ay inuulit-ulit natin, hindi na po ganito ang ating gagawing paraan ng pagbibrigada. Focus on partnership. So nandiyan dyan sa slide yan. Kita-kita natin. Next slide, John. At nais po natin sabihin na sa taong ito, may special tayong pagdiin sa ating programang nilunsad, Brigada Pagbasa Home Learning Spaces, promoting good home learning spaces in partnership. Sana ito po yung isang focus na gawin po natin sa atin ngayon. Ang Brigada Pagbasa ay ating pong tugon sa panawagan ng ating curriculum and instruction strand. Hamon, bawat bata bumabasa ang external partner service. Tumugon po dito sa ating pong Brigada Pagbasa. Kung nung araw po, yung sinasabi ko po, gusto kong magbrigada, gusto kong maglinis, gusto kong tumulong magtanim para sa ating gulayan sa paaralan. Ngayon, pwede pa rin po tayong magsabi, gusto nating mag-volunteer, pero ako po'y mag-volunteer para po mag-lecture, para po magturo dun sa mga anak nating marunong magbasa pero medyo nahihirapang unawain ang kanilang binabasa, struggling readers, at pati yung ating after-school remediation or tutorial program. Bahagi po yan ng ating Brigada Pagbasa. Makapag-ugnayan na lamang sa ating partnership focal persons sa rehiyon o sa division, paano po mangyayari ito, pero ito'y malaking bahagi ang ating pong after-school reading and tutorial program through Brigada Pagbasa. Sana ang pagdiin din po natin ngayon sa ating mga rehiyon, sa ating mga schools division offices, ay yung paggawa ng isang mahusay na home learning spaces na kung saan ang ating mga anak mayroon pong learning space, study corner, table, no, magandang maganda para po talagang maging kaaya-aya ang kanilang pag-aaral. We encourage our schools in this Brigada Eskwela launch at yung mga susunod na araw at linggo na dito po tayo mag-engage ang partners para po makatulong paano mangyayari po ito. Ang ating pong activities for the next couple of weeks, Brigada Implementation, August 3 to September 30, October 30 to November 30, reporting ng ating mga nagawa sa pagbibrigada, January to February next year. Hindi po ito contest, ito po lamang pagkilala, walang kaibahan, hindi po sila naglalaban-laban, pinakatahimik na bata, pinakamatapat, Honesty Award. Pinakamaagap, pinakamalinis, pinakaorganisado, most organized, most punctual award. Parang ganun lamang po ito. Yan ang kaya ko po sinasabi yan kasi yung iba sabi, huwag na raw po tayong mag-contest. Hindi po ito contest. Yung konsepto ng pagkilala, yan po ay talagang given dapat yan to sustain a program like Brigada Eskwela dun sa mga best implementers po natin. Kaya patuloy po natin gagawin yan January to February or even after that period next year patungkol sa ating Brigada Eskwela program. Kung kaya't tayo po'y nagpapasalamat sa mga tao o opisyales ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon. Sila ang dahilan kung bakit po mayroon po tayong matagumpay at mahusay na Brigada Eskwela Division kick-off po ngayon na nangyayari maski virtually sa ating pong Schools Division Office ng lalawigan ng Cebu. Pasalamatan po natin ang mga partners po natin sa pamahalaang lokal ng lalawigan ng Cebu, pangunguna po Honorable Gwendolyn Garcia, Cebu Province Governor. Hello po, Gov. Huli ko po kayong nakita po, ma'am, sa committee hearings po namin at natin sa Congress nung kayo po'y kongresista pa. At talaga naman po napakahusay po ng inyong pong pamumuno at inyong pong suporta na ibinibigay po sa amin sa kagawaran ng edukasyon sa usapin ng edukasyon. Salamat din po sa ating pong Vice Governor Hilario Davide III, ang ating pong Congressman Vincent Franco, 5th District of Cebu, ang ating mga pinuno ng mga munisipalidad ng Liloan, Mayor Cristina Frasco, Mayor Carmencita Lumain, Municipality of Badian, Mayor Mariano Martinez, Municipality of San Remigio. Ipagpaumanin po ninyo kung hindi ko po nabanggit ang lahat po ng ating mga mahuhusay na congressman, ang lahat po ng ating mga board members, ang lahat po ng ating mga municipal mayors at vice mayors sa ilalim po ng lalawigan o sakop po ng jurisdiction ng lalawigan ng Cebu. Marami pong salamat sa inyo. Kasama rin po ng ating Region 7 DepEd officials, pangunguna po ni R.D. Sal Jimenez at Assistant Regional Director Tito Eco. Siyempre po ang ating pong kaibigan, Schools Division Superintendent Marilyn Andales, ASDSS Lorenzo Dizon, Anelito Bongkawil, kasama rin po si Doc Faye Luares, ang aking pong boss sa usapin po ng partnership sa Schools Division Office of Cebu, Dr. Victor Ibanez, Doc Mary Ann Flores, Mr. Shaney Gufan, kasama rin po ng iba pa po nating mga partners sa pribadong sektor, pati po ng PTA Federation po natin, ang Pangulo, Ginoong Edsel Laguda, School Director, 2K Learning Center, Mr. Kiyo Teo, Program Manager North Cebu Area ng World Vision, partner po natin, Ms. Josephine Solon, Rafi Social Wellbeing Cluster Executive Director, Ms. Marisol Gonzalvo. Siyempre po ang kaibigan po natin si Jomel Jetonso ng Brigada Pagbasa Program ng World Vision, partner po natin, Lions Club District Governor Ginoong Rogelio Alegarbes, Miss Marife Pinero, Nature Spring Foundation, Miss Shen Garcia, Executive Director, Vivan Foundation, Assistant Vice President Alexis Winters, Central Visayas Smart Communications, at lahat pa po ng ating mga private partners. Inuulit ko po, kasama ng mga pinuno ng ating pamahalaang lokal ng lalawigan ng Cebu, pangunguna po ni Governor Gwendolyn Garcia po natin, at mga partners po natin sa iba pa pong ahensya ng ating pamahalaan. Lahat po kayo mga magulang, teaching and non-teaching personnel, Region 7, SDO, Province of Cebu, lahat po ng ating mga punong guro at mga magulang, mga mag-aaral. Sa ngalan po ng ating Ma'am Leonor Liling Magtolis Briones at lahat ng mga undersecretaries at assistant secretaries, pinasasalamatan po namin kayong lahat. Dahil po sa inyo, ang ating pong pangarap na isulong at ipagpatuloy ang edukasyon sa gitna ng pandemyang ito, nang sa gayon ang ating pong mga anak ay maari pa rin pong patuloy na mangarap, dahil itong mga pangarap pong ito ay maari pong makamit dahil sa kanilang patuloy na pag-aaral at edukasyon ay tunay na mangyayari. Marami pong salamat muli sa inyong lahat. Sa ngalan po ng ating kagawaran ng edukasyon muli, mabuhay po ang DepEd Region 7, mabuhay po ang DepEd Schools Division Office of Cebu, mabuhay po ang kabataang Filipino. Marami pong salamat.
With open arms, we thank you, Yusek Umali, for your support and prudence. And now let's groove to another ecstatic intermission presentation by our dancing teachers of Compostela National High School. A round of applause, please.
Thank you to the talented teachers of Compostela National High School. Now, it is equally important to recognize the contribution and efforts of the people behind this momentous event. Everyone, a round of applause for our strong-willed Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Dr. Mary Ann P. Flores, for her acknowledgement.
The 35th U.S. President John F. Kennedy once said, and I quote, "As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them." A wonderful day to one and all. Indeed, the success of the 2021 Brigada Eskwela Division virtual kick-off itself is a manifestation of the strengthened partnership engagement that complements DepEd's efforts to ensure quality basic education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Hence, on behalf of DepEd Cebu Province, headed by our school's Division Superintendent, Dr. Marlene S. Andales, please allow me to bestow some bouquets of gratitude to the people and organizations behind this big event. To our best Brigada Eskwela implementers of 2020, Muhon Integrated School, Bantayan, Parnasa National High School, Daan Bantayan, and Compostela National High School, Compostela. Your dedication, commitment, and hard work are greatly valued. As often said, kind people are actually the richest because they give away kindness, something that can never be taken or stolen. Our heartfelt gratitude to the following: Mr. Itzel Laguda, President of the Division Parents Teachers Association Federation; Mr. Q. Paid Teo, School Director of 2K Learning Center; Mr. Jomel P. Yetonzo, Program Director of Brigada Pagbasa and Education Technical Program Manager of World Vision, with Miss Josephine Solon, World Vision Program Manager, North Cebu Area; Miss Marisol Dilantar Gonsalvo, Executive Director of the Ramon Agoites Foundation Incorporated, or RAFI, Social Wellbeing Cluster; Mr. Rogelio Aligarbes, District Governor of Lions Club International 301-B2; Ms. Marpy S. Pinheiro, Program Manager of Nature Spring Foundation Incorporated; Mr. Shem W. Garcia, Executive Director of Vivant Foundation Incorporated; Mr. Alexis Winters, AVP Regional Customer Development, Central Eastern Visayas Smart Communications, and all other stakeholders and partners. Our deepest appreciation to the following members of the program management team for treading the extra mile. Our hosts, Mr. Louie Monteroso, F2 HRD, and Ms. Paz Bacolod, PDO1 Youth Formation. Technical team assistants, Mr. Francis John Marie Ilnar and Mr. Pablito Gatubay, Division ITOs, and other selected school ICT coordinators. Mr. Emmanuel Mendoza, Division ITO, Technical Team Head. Mr. Federico Campo, Astoria Central Elementary School, with Mr. Joseph Barulo of Sibungan National High School. Mr. Michael Lopez and Mr. Francis Alin Sinorin for the beautiful Brigada Eskwela official jingle. Mrs. Ninita G. Haralbi with the MAPI Teachers Dance Troupe for the opening salvo, intermission numbers, and finale. Ms. John Mariah Joe Inot, Mr. Ayan Jerome Perpetua of Balao National High School, Barili, Mrs. Amifil Fernandez, School Head of Dapdap National High School, Pilar Camotes, Compostela National High School Teachers, and Mr. Federico Campo of Astoria Central School for their special performances. Monitoring and Evaluation Team, headed by Dr. Frederic T. Goles, Senior Education Program Specialist, M&E. Dr. Margarita Iniera, Senior Education Program Specialist, Planning and Research for the Logistics, Food, and Tarpaulin. Dr. Norman O. Blanco for the Program and Invitation. Of course, our Activity Coordinator, Mr. Johnny A. Gulfan, OIC Senior Education Program Specialist, Tokmo, and Division Brigada Eskwela Coordinator. Event Coordinator, Mrs. Maria Socorro N. Relacion, Senior Education Program Specialist, HRD. Brigada Eskwela Core Group Assistant Head, Dr. Gerardo S. Mantos. Education Program Supervisor is 2D. With the Education Program Supervisor, CID, Division Section Heads, Public Schools District Supervisors, Elementary and Secondary School Heads, teaching and non-teaching personnel, and our Cebuanon learners with our parents who are now viewing this virtual activity. Brigada Core Group Heads, the Chief Education Supervisors is GOD Dr. Victor A. Ibanez and CID, yours truly, Dr. Mary Ann P. Flor. Everything happens because of the support and encouragement and good example shown by our division leader. The vice chairs of the Brigada Eskwela management team are 3 assistant schools division superintendents. For OSDS, Dr. Anelito A. Bungkawil. For SGOT, Dr. Lorenzo M. Dizon. And for CID, Dr. Faye C. Juarez. Our schools division superintendent, Dr. Marlene Sandales. We, your DepEd Cebu Province family, sincerely appreciates the way you guide us through thick and thin. Inspire us with every day with your outstanding leadership and work skills. DepEd Region 7, headed by Regional Director Dr. Salatiano T. Jimenez, with the Assistant Regional Director Dr. Vestido Eco. Words are not enough for us to thank you for the all-out support you have extended to the men and women of DepEd Cebu Province, not just during Brigada Eskwela, but in all our undertaking. Likewise, to DepEd Central Office under the baton of Secretary Leonor Magtules Briones. And with us in this virtual kickoff is Yusek Necito MC Umali, ESQ, Undersecretary, Legislative Affairs, Internal Partnerships, and Project Management Services. Thank you for always providing us with clear guidelines and policies in the implementation of the annual Brigada Eskwela and all other programs and projects of the Department of Education. We might have not made it this far without the kindness and generosity of the local chief executives of the 44 municipalities, led by the President of the League of Municipalities Cebu Chapter, the Municipal Mayor of Liloan, Cebu, Honorable Mayor Maria Cristina Esperanza Frasco. With us are Honorable Carmencita Ilumain, Municipal Mayor of Badian, and Honorable Mariano R. Martinez, Municipal Mayor of San Roque. To Honorable Vincent Franco T. Frasco, Congressman of 5th District of Cebu, and of course to our mother-in-law, Our Lady Governor of the Province of Cebu, Honorable Governor Gwendolyn Garcia, we are especially grateful to you. And finally, to him up there for the guidance, blessings, and protection. Once again, a million thanks to all those who, in one way or another, have contributed to the success of the 2021 Brigada Eskwela Division Virtual Kick-Off. So, tara na, magbrigada na, dahil sa Subo, bata ang sentro sa panerbisyo. To God be the highest honor, praise, and glory. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Flores, for acknowledging everyone. And now we have come to the end of our program on PAS. But our desire to provide good partnership with our stakeholders shall remain and shall continue. This time I present to you our school's Governance and Operations Division Chief for his closing message. Help me welcome Dr. Victor A. Ibanez.
On behalf of the program management team headed by our school's division superintendent, Dr. Marilyn S. Andales, I am thankful to the participation of everyone, sharing your time and efforts for the success of this Brigada Eskwela Division virtual kickoff. This activity signals our preparation and readiness for the school year 2021-2022, which will officially start on September 13, 2021, as stipulated in DepEd Order Number 29, Series 2021. This year's Brigada Eskwela activities are guided by DepEd Memorandum Number 48, Series 2021, reiterating the slogan, Brigada Eskwela, Bayanihan para sa Paaralan, emphasizing DepEd's efforts in promoting collaboration for safe living and addressing social issues and concerns, schools, and in the community. Every Filipino learner deserves to have equality education. This is anchored on the belief that education is indispensable to the growth of the nation. As an organization, DepEd as a bureaucracy is not a perfect institution. We have our flaws and shortcomings. However, these are not barriers or hindrances for our collective efforts to improve, to move forward, and to share our time, talents, and skills for the benefit of our learners, particularly the Cebuano students. No effort is too small to make the difference on the lives of our students. The success of Brigada Eskwela 2021-2022 as regards to its implementation lies in the collective undertaking or teamwork of all our school heads, teachers, private partners, local government units, and the community members, including the parents and the students themselves. Our spirit of volunteerism in this endeavor clearly fosters our understanding from all sectors of society that the education of the Filipino children, the Cebuano learners in particular, is the responsibility of everyone. Hoping further that our efforts of bringing more resources in schools and learning centers from the different stakeholders will bear fruits in terms of improved students' performance in the areas of reading and numeracy, as well as in other disciplines or subjects. High graduation rate, high participation rate, and low or zero dropout rate. And we can build good and healthy schools and learning environments that are indeed safe for the children, not only having the adequate school supplies, furnitures, or equipment, but more importantly, we need to have competent, dedicated, and compassionate teachers who have the empathy for all our learners, and teachers who can build bridges, not walls, in dealing with all our stakeholders in every school or learning center. So on behalf of our school's division superintendent, Dr. Marilyn S. Andales, the three assistant schools division superintendents, Dr. Bungkawil, Dr. Dizon, and Dr. Faye Luares, Dr. Mary Ann Flores, our CID chief, and all the staff or personnel in the division office. Good day to all of you, and thank you for the time and the opportunity to be with us.
Thank you, Dr. Ibanez, our SGOD chief. It is with warm sincerity and hope that we sustain this strong partnership because we believe that all these efforts will reach our learners no matter their location, to the department and for the greater glory of God.
As we part ways, Mampas, we would like to thank everyone for being with us in this activity. Thank you and stay safe, everyone.
Kaysa 7, una ang bata, pirmi.
Kaysa Sugbo, bata ang sentro sa panerbisyo.
So tara na, magbayanihan na,
Magbrigada na!
Makakamit ang kasiyahan, iba ang tuwa at galak na nararamdaman. Sa pagsama-sama, walang imposible. Hawak kamay at sulong edukalidad. Kapit-bisig at pagtutulungan na walang iwanan. Sabay-sabay, tara! Para sa kabataan. Oh, 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 tara na sa brigada. Oh, 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 magbayanihan sa brigada. Oh, 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 kasama ang buong barkada. Oh, 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 magbayanihan sa brigada. Kapit-bisig at pagtutulungan na walang iwanan. Sabay-sabay, tara! Para sa kabataan. Oh, 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 tara na sa brigada. Oh, 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 pagbayanihan sa brigada. Oh, 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 kasama ang buong barkada. Oh, 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 magbayanihan sa brigada. Sama-sama tayo sa brigada. Tara!
Inaanyayahan ko po ang lahat na makilahok at makisama sa ating Brigada Eskwela upang lalong maging handa, malinis at ligtas ang ating mga paaralan. Magkaisa tayo at maging bahagi ng Brigada Eskwela para sa ating mga anak, mga apo at mga mag-aaral. Isulong natin ang likalidad at mapagpalayang edukasyon para sa lahat. Ako at ikaw, tayong lahat. Tara na! Brigada Eskwela!
Oh, 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 Brigada Eskwela. Oh, 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 Brigada Eskwela. Sa pagtutulungan makakamit ang kasiyahan, iba ang tuwa at galak na nararamdaman. Sa pagsama-sama, walang imposible.